Peace, and welcome to another episode of Randumb Thoughtz. I'm your host, the LYR to the ICS. It's lyrics, y'all. Yo, it is a sunny but hot ass day out here in Bronx, New York. You know what I'm saying? If it looks different, well, you already know who I am. I'm back where it all started, right here. You know what I'm saying? But yo, it's all good. You know what I'm saying? The birds is chirping. You know what I'm saying? The cars is driving. You know, people getting on people's nerves. And the Boston Celtics is the 2024 NBA champions. I told y'all. Congratulations to the Boston Celtics. Jason Tatum, Al Horford, Porzingis, Kristaps Porzingis. You know what I'm saying? Derek White, Drew Holiday. I'm not going to say everybody on the bench and shit. I'm not doing all that. But Peyton Pritchard, Sam Hauser, and the motherfucking MVP of the game, Jaylen Brown. My fault. I said Jaden. He is the 2024 Bill Russell NBA MVP of the game. Congrats, Jaylen Brown, man. Like, it's well deserved. I mean, Jason Tatum could have got it too. You know what I'm saying? But whatever. You know what I'm saying? Drew Holiday, he was the unsung hero. So was Al Horford. You know what I'm saying? If Al Horford retires after this, it'll be well deserved, man. But I would like to see him go for another year. You know what I'm saying? But there's really no type of trophies or whatever for second place. But kudos to the Dallas Mavericks for that good old college try. You know what I'm saying? Luka, he's doing it. You know what I'm saying? You got to give him respect. Kyrie, you on the wrong team if you want to ring without LeBron. Like, come back home. Come back to Boston. Well, you know what I'm saying? We got a nice bench spot for you. You know what I'm saying, on Boston. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't get the top five, man. You know what I'm saying? You can't get, well, probably the sixth place. We trade Drew for Porzingis. We let Dallas deal with Porzingis. You know what I'm saying? Because he's a good player. Don't get me wrong, but he's injury prone as shit. Like, yo, you sit there, you smack him with a feather, and he's out for like 3-4 weeks. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying, man? Don't get me wrong. I like Porzingis. You know what I'm saying? But he's too much injury prone. He's too much of that dog. You being more of a liability than an asset if you're injury prone. That's just the truth of the matter. You know, but nonetheless, you know, like I said, congratulations. I've been a Celtics fan since 1991, so you had to imagine the emotion that I had once I seen that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not a fan of any particular player like some of the most people. You know what I'm saying? I am the fan of the team. You feel me? And whether there's some ignorant people that call the Celtics racist or it's a racist team. Dog. There's black people on there, man. They doing their thing. It's white people. Let's all unify to try to, you know, be a cohesive basketball unit to get these championships, baby. And on top of that, it's the 18th banner. You know what I'm saying? Like, Lakers still at 17. It's the most in history. You know what I mean? I'm popping shit. I'm popping shit. I can pop shit if I want. You know what I'm saying? Because
Ume is sick right now. The former coach, the one that was caught up in that scandal, that dude is sick right now.
But no, man, he shouldn't have been messing with homegirl in the office, man. He'd have been celebrating with us.
Oh, it wasn't just her. He was messing with like 3 or 4 chicks.
Yeah, stupid ass. But anyway, crew, what's popping?
Congratulations, Boston.
Everybody knew Steph was in here because she was making the noise in the background.
Of course.
And salute to my cousin Drew Holiday.
He's not your cousin. Stop. He ain't your cousin, man. He ain't your cousin.
He's my
cousin Drew Hill.
You on that cousin shit now? Like, come on, man. Stop.
No, Drew Hill's not my cousin.
That's Drew Hill's your cousin.
You said Jazz from Drew Hill your cousin?
Yeah,
everybody in Drew your cousin.
Anybody with the last name Holiday is Steph's cousin too. So yeah. So Jay Holiday,
Billy Holiday.
Billie Holiday. I mean Billie Holiday is from Baltimore, so you know.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God. Okay, man. Here we go. What Everybody's your cousin now. Like, yo, she. Oh my God,
Y'all
man!
would-
Tell
y'all said-
me what you
Y'all said
want.
that. Y'all said
Tell
Well,
me what you need.
Nah, it's true. It's true.
They're your
He's
cousin right there. Jazz is
He's
your
your
cousin.
and he's your cousin. All three of them your cousins.
Look, don't be mad. Don't be mad because my family's steeped in talent. Don't be mad.
No,
I'm
we
not
ain't
mad.
mad. It's just that
pointing at your
Drew
cousins,
Holiday
though.
ain't your cousin. Like, stop. Like, you know what I'm saying? You
Yes.
ODing. But
No,
Malcolm
yes.
X is your cousin.
No,
Yo, where we understand that.
I never said Malcolm X was my cousin. So anyway,
Malcolm X your cousin.
like I said, y'all putting stuff in my mouth.
No,
because you wasn't. Hold on, you wasn't talking that Drew Holiday was my cousin shit when the playoffs was happening. You wasn't talking. Hold on, you wasn't talking that Drew Holiday was my cousin shit when the playoffs was happening. What happened to Drew Holiday was my cousin then? Get out of here, Steph. Go ahead. We not hearing you.
Again, do
you not hearing?
Do you see me on Boston?
Congratulations to the Boston Celtics.
Do you see me Glock on Boston? Do you see me? Is it? Am I too fisted?
Yeah, I'm looking at you real differently, Steph. I'm looking at you real differently. You better stop it. You better stop it. Niggas is looking at you differently.
Look, I had a cousin on.
Stop.
Listen,
Stop.
Look,
you said they're rubbing your hands together, gawking this shit. I don't know what's going on with you. You better.
Yeah. Okay.
The show went left quick.
For sure.
Anyway, like I said, I had a cousin on the New York Giants. Did you see me rooting for them during the Super Bowl? No, I was still rooting for the Ravens when they won their first Super Bowl. Number 88 was my cousin, Isaiah Hilliard. So you acting like I'm like you. I'm not on.
What do you mean like me? What are you talking about?
I'm just saying I'm not on.
I'm a Celtics fan. I don't got on no grown man.
Okay, but
no grown man.
That's my point.
I am. Let me tell you something. You know how many times we lost? You know how many times we lost? We lost to the Warriors. Let me tell you something. My cousin Juan, man, he's a Warriors fan. You know what I'm saying? When the Warriors beat the Celtics, I think it was game 5 or game 6 or whatever, they beat them in Boston. I had to give, you know how mad I was? I had to give him props. But 2 days later, guess who I had to deliver to? After he went on his podcast popping shit. Punk ass motherfucking, what's the boy name again? No, from the Warriors. The nigga that be fighting, Draymond Green. I had to deliver to Draymond Green 2 days after they beat the Celtics. 2 days after they beat the Celtics, I had to deliver a package to Draymond fucking Green. Do you know how pissed I was after that? That was like a proverbial slap in the face, man. Nah, nigga. Fuck out of here, man. Y'all must be crazy. There, like Sabonis, right? That's how I felt. I felt like that. I felt like crying, complaining, all that, slapping the floor, all type of shit. That was me. That was me.
You know what?
That was me.
Nothing.
No. Talk your shit.
No, you were talking about LeBron earlier too. You know, LeBron is coming to the Mavericks, right?
Oh my God.
He's coming to the Mavericks.
Now that's a gawk dick hopping nigga right there.
This
LeBron.
He wants to secure his legacy. That was
he want to bend over Kyrie Irving. That's what the fuck he want to do. Let's call a spade a spade. Let's call it out here. Like he now all of a sudden Kyrie Irving win a ring without him. And he's like, Daddy's gonna come. He's gonna come save you, son. That's the reason why LeBron want to go ahead. He want to son Kyrie and tell him this is how it should be done. Fuck out of here, man. Stay your bitch ass on LA.
It's identical to none. Go ahead.
Fuck out of here, man. Yo, stay in LA. They don't need you in Dallas.
It's too late.
Fuck out of here.
He's going to Dallas.
When?
Next year. He's gonna be playing for the Mavericks. You're gonna see him with a Dallas jersey on.
No, is this confirmed? Is this information confirmed?
Yes. I already signed the contract. It's done. Is
this confirmed?
This is confirmed. I've seen it on the news.
Hold on. Wait, hold on a second. Hey, yo, Juan. Hey, yo, you gotta hear this shit, my nigga. Word to mother, son. Like, yo, this is the realest podcast you ever gonna see when niggas call their family out and all this type of shit.
Oh my god.
Nah, son, cause y'all started some shit right now, and I don't like it.
We
guess
didn't
what?
start shit.
I just found out right now that this dick hopping ass nigga LeBron James signed with the Dallas Mavericks.
Yeah, he's trying to get another ring.
Now he's trying to son Kyrie. He's trying to son Kyrie.
No, he's not. He's trying to get another ring.
Well, it's still gonna be Lucas.
He's got Jokic over there, and he's got Kyrie.
But it's still gonna be Luka's team. Like, Luka ain't gonna sit there and let LeBron son him like that. Fuck is you talking about? Like, yo, so he give him a European uppercut. Shut the fuck up. This is my team, nigga.
LeBron trying to get one more before he retires.
I'm telling you, he's getting one. Exactly. See, listen to your cousin Juan. I'm telling you, it's an ego.
No, I'm listening to one. But I hope bust their ass again. Fuck out of here. We don't do that.
All right, what would you rather see him go? To Golden State?
I'd rather see him retire. Go to retirement. Fuck out of here, nigga. I don't want to see that nigga at all, son. He ugly. Fuck him.
He's ugly.
He wants to go to Golden State, and nobody will win for a minute.
Yeah.
I want to see that nigga fuck his wife until the end of time. Go ahead, retire and fuck your wife. I said it.
I don't want to see him fucking wife.
No, I don't want to see that, but I'm just saying. I want to see him retire. Yeah, I'm a hater, so it is what it is. Like, yeah, matter of fact, let him dance in videos and shit like that. Fuck it, retire and dance in videos, nigga. Yo, that's stupid shit right there. Retire, nigga. Like your son Bronny coming. What now? You want Bronny? I bet you gonna try to pull some strings to have Bronny get on Dallas, talking about. Yeah, son, I'm playing my son and I'm gonna get a ring, nigga. Let your son be great. Get the fuck out the way and let your son be great, nigga.
What is this?
Oh my god. Was that Saturday Night Live?
Your father and son playing in the league at the same time.
No, I know. I know. I'm just hating. I'm just hating.
So I mean, that would be a beautiful thing.
I mean, yeah.
For black, not to be racist, but for black people, that would be beautiful for us, though.
No, you're right. It would be beautiful. It would be beautiful if Jaylen Brown and his son did, but like not. I don't give a fuck. Nah, but I'm hating. I'm a hater. I'm a hater. But anyway, we won our 18th ring. I'm popping shit all week. Everybody who doubted, the Boston Celtics on their Instagram page, they actually put out a video of receipts of everybody shitting on them, from Stephen A. Smith to Shaquille O'Neal to them other motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the show will start shortly. My fault, but we like no man, fuck that. Let's start the show. Steph, what's popping?
What's going on, everyone? Y'all know who it is. It's Steph, y'all. I'm Stephanie Gale. It is a beautiful day in the beautiful neighborhood of Prince George's County. We're just gonna say that. But it's very hot.
Won't you be her neighbor?
Hey, yeah, won't you? No, don't be my neighbor.
You don't want to get docked.
Nah, yeah, we too way over it. But anyway, no, shout out to the crew. It's good to see you guys. I'm in a good mood. I want to eat this burger. I'm gonna eat this burger at some point.
Eat that shit.
Just put the mute button on when you need it. That's it.
Shout out to the Old Epic Grill in Washington, D.C. Great place to go. A lot of politicians hang out there, actually, but they have good food. The calamari's on point. You know, I always have to have the calamari. Also, shout out to another spot I went to yesterday called Blue Sunday. I took my sister there, and really great place, man. Their food is phenomenal. Really, really good. So whenever you guys come down to visit me, we're gonna have to go to Blue Sunday.
All right.
Spot. Yeah.
I know it was also like some it was a seafood restaurant you was talking about down there too that we had to I think it was in Virginia that you was talking about that we had to go to.
Yeah, Passion Fish.
Yeah.
Well, Lyrics has the attire. He already got the blue on, so he's got to wait till it's Sunday. That's it.
Just
Yo,
gotta wait.
oh my God, man! Like here we go with
Oh,
this
man.
bullshit right now, man. Anyway, Adviz, what is popping? Adviz, what is going on?
What's good, y'all? ADV in the spot, Advis, and we're here with another episode, Random Thoughts Talk Series. Shouts out to all the randos. Shouts out to all y'all that's out there, whether y'all on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook is being weird, but we still love y'all out there on Facebook, as well as don't forget to follow us on our website, www.randomthoughts.com. But I'm gonna let the spelling bee champ do all the rest of the spelling while he's also cripping it out right now. So we'll do that as well. But other than that, y'all, we doing well. We're doing good, and hopefully these bars will be coming soon from person that writes lyrics. Hopefully, but
I mean, he's talking about wanting to go to 8-bit bytes. So yeah, while we do that, why don't you
Word the mother.
Yeah, we're gonna record.
I love video games, man. Like, yo, if you're in the greater motherfucking New York area and you want to go to a restaurant that got video games, go to 8-bit bytes. You know what I'm saying? They got like several in the greater New York City area and shit. You know what I'm saying, man? Look them up on Instagram.
Smashburger and chocolate shake.
BITES. 8-bit bytes. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that shit. Yeah, I heard that shit was crazy. So like we gonna check that out, play video games, and hopefully we don't run into no little kids that try to play Street Fighter 2 with us, because I'm in the spanking asses of Street Fighter 2. You can't beat me. Fuck out of here.
All right, play.
And let's not even try Tekken. Tekken, what? Please.
Okay.
What happened?
Okay.
I said don't play Marcus' name.
Yeah, don't play Marcus.
I pop shit every day, son. Let's play Marcus. I'm the best ever.
Marcus plays in tournaments, and he's very
I don't
good.
give a fuck who plays where. Let's get it. I pop shit every day. What's good?
Wait, who's your character of choice?
I got $20 on it. What's popping?
Who's your character of choice in Street
What
Fighter?
game?
Who's your main?
Street Fighter?
In Street Fighter.
Sagat.
Sagat.
You ain't beat me with Sagat, so stop playing with me, B.
Right, Bob. Right, Bob Saget's in Street Fighter 2. Really?
Fuck it, him too.
He throws Michelle at you.
How rude!
How rude!
Nah, but for real, like, yo, I'll be rocking it with Sagat. Like, Sagat, the Tiger uppercut, Tiger kick, Tiger. Like, yeah, son, I'm that dude. Stop playing.
I mean, Sagat is, yeah. I can see how you have an advantage because he's tall and he can.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, you got to know how to use Sagat. You got to know how to play with him. Like, a lot of people just, just do, like, you got to know how to do his combinations and all that. Like, he nice. Really.
That was a very pause-worthy statement. But, yeah, no, we knew.
No Diddy.
Really? Okay.
You sitting there doing hand gestures about gawk and shit. So, like, yo.
Yeah. That was out of character for you, Steph.
Mine was
it was
pause on the nose. No Diddy. But you had no idea. I knew exactly what was going on. So even the Draymond, I let you slide with the Draymond Green story too. But
nah, what do you mean slide? Like, that really happened. Like, I really had to deliver to this nigga.
I was like, what kind of delivery did you have to?
You know what delivery stuff? Stop. Like, because you know where I work. You know I work at, and you know what I deliver. Pause. No Diddy. No Diddy. No Diddy. No Diddy. Like, stop.
No doubt.
All Draymond.
Times have not been recorded, so I'm not gonna apologize for that, okay? Because I'm Diddy. Now, there's been other things I've done, okay? I just want to put that out there right now before y'all find out. I'm not actually apologizing. I mean, I won't apologize until y'all find out. I'm just saying there's other things I've done. I know y'all calling me the diddler, but I'm really the candy man, okay?
The diddler. This nigga said the diddler. I'm done. Fuck it. Yo, Famous, Ramos. What's going on, man?
What's going on, man? It's hot up in here like a motherfucker. What the fuck?
All right, Nelly.
How to get and what?
I said, all right, Nelly.
Nah, I don't like Nelly. But yeah, that's it. It's hot and
Why don't you like
and-
Nelly?
God, never liked Nelly. Nelly's whack.
Nelly.
Only
for
thing
Well,
Nelly-
yeah, you're right. As a rapper, he is
Always
garbage.
been
So,
whack.
like,
He's always been whack. See, he put St. Louis on the map, but he's whack.
I just don't like it because he got Ashanti pregnant, but whatever.
They were
He got her pregnant.
Yeah, she pregnant.
I knew that. I knew she was pregnant.
I'm surprised
I felt her belly. I had to bat her down.
Oh, I thought Future would have got
Oh,
pregnant.
wait, for real?
Everybody pregnant.
What?
You,
Everybody pregnant.
you had to pat it.
I
Oh
had to pat her
shit!
down. I knew she was pregnant before the rest of the world knew. Like had the confirmation. Like I had patted her down.
Oh my God!
I
Steph,
didn't even know-
stop!
No, but
Stop! Like
but
this nigga's your cousin. That nigga's your cousin. That nigga's your cousin. You patted Ashanti down before
I
she was
did
pregnant.
pat- I
You
did
was
She's
the
going
one
to the
that
baby
found out
shower.
she was pregnant. You
You
go
know
to
she-
the baby shower. You went to the
Exactly.
doctor's appointments. Then on top of that, when she got engaged, you was there when Nelly engaged to her. Like, yo, damn, you living a wonderful fucking life, Steph,
why-
aren't you?
Why is that so far fetched?
Wait,
You
how
know,
old
you
is
know
she?
who I work for.
Yeah. Oh, that's how old is Ashanti?
She like 40, right?
Yeah, she's almost 40.
Yeah, she's like 41, 42, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
People having kids later in life, I guess. Yeah. A lot
Well,
of-
not because we're like
And this-
Facebook friends, so I already know how that goes. Like, I didn't want to say nothing, but no, we really are Facebook friends. Like, what the fuck you talking about?
Okay.
Yeah, she all right. She has a bit of an attitude. I didn't even know it was her at the time. I didn't know until my coworkers were like, you just patted down Ashanti, right? I was like, really? Oh, her face was all covered up. She had glasses on. She had a hoodie over her face.
Well, you know what? If you knew what she went through in the industry, like, I mean, it's not an excuse, but if you knew the shit that she went through and the shit that is going on now with her and Irv Gotti and all this other wild shit going on, if you knew the story behind the story, like, or the stories behind the story, then you will understand why she has such an attitude. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's not.
I'm not-
hold on,
I'm not-
it's not.
I'm not
It's
Irv
not an
Gotti.
excuse.
No,
It's not an
you should know how to
excuse.
treat people. You should know how to treat people, Ashanti. That's
No,
all-
you're
that's all I
right.
have to
I'm
say.
agreeing with you. But I'm just saying there's stories behind the story. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the same thing with Maya. Like, you know what I'm saying? Maya, she's a nice, sweet person, but around certain people,
That's the
you know what I'm
boom.
saying?
That's the
Especially in the
boom, man.
United States. You know what I'm saying? And you know what? At first, I used to get on these celebrities. I used to be like, yo, so yo, you got to treat people with respect. But now, like, it's like, yo, they gonna do whatever the fuck they want to do.
First of all, they're not the same. That's not the same situation. Maya is actually a nice. Maya's actually a nice person, for one.
To you, like, to you,
No,
she's
but
nice.
Yes, I've met her and she's nice. I met
To
Ashanti.
you,
Yeah, I met Ashanti and she was that nice to me.
to
Just
you, to you.
Just like Diddy was not nice to my homeboy when he worked with us.
I don't think Diddy was nice to most people.
We don't
He wasn't
say
nice
his
to
name.
much people. He was.
We don't. We know him. His name is D Judas. That's his name. D Judas.
His name is the Great Diddler, and he's not nice to a lot
And
of
the
people.
Great Diddler.
That's
Great
why
Diddler.
why he's in the situation he is, because he's been treating people not nice.
Especially
Cold.
Christopher Williams, but we're not gonna get too much into that.
Did he do it?
You know what I'm saying? Don't wake him. He wasn't dreaming. All right, that's it. He was not dreaming.
Don't wake me.
Well,
I'm dreaming.
First of all, that Christopher Williams situation was wild. Why would you go to someone's office and shoot it up and get jail time for it? That was just like the dumbest move.
no, we talking about the other situation. The one that Jaguar Wright talked about. The other situation.
Oh, I don't know about the other situation, but I can.
Oh,
imagine.
you don't?
I can
You
imagine.
don't?
I can imagine what the.
All right, so let me. I'm not gonna get too much into specifics, but let's just say your man was caught by somebody who used to work at Bad Boy. Your man was caught on his knees, not dreaming. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was doing the thing that you was doing with the gawk and all that. Yeah, let's just say Diddy was feeling pretty nice that day. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but
Is that the reason why he shot up the office?
I guess. Like, but only
he
thing I
shot
know is
Diddy shot him up and then he shot the office. That's where how it goes.
Diddy shot him, and I guess he shot the office, but he didn't shoot him with a bullet. You know what I'm saying? He shot him with something else.
Nah, but at least when Diddy shot, it was point blank range. But I'm just
Warning. The opinions expressed in this program are those of the presenter in their current state of mind, which they have the right to change at any given moment. The iRant Network and the members of the Ranters Union are not responsible for any claims made. All opinions and train of thoughts are welcomed here and protected by the First Amendment and the Ranters Union. All
Let's go to housekeeping real quick, please. I do want to say happy belated born day to a person that I was really close with. He's no longer with us right now, man. My brother Fathom 9, you know what I'm saying, aka Avenging Wind. He was like one of the dopest producers that ever came out. One of the like dopest producers, artists, poets, you know what I'm saying, that came out, you know what I'm saying. He passed away some years ago. And he lived on through his music or whatever have you, but like I would say he was the second person I ever met on SoundCloud. You know what I'm saying? This is when SoundCloud was just starting. You know what I'm saying? There was only like few people that really knew about SoundCloud when it first started, whatever. I met Raul Supreme, a brother out of England, peace shout out to him. He was the first person I met, but the second person I met after him was Fathom 9. You know what I'm saying? And ever since then, we had a great friendship, through, through social media or whatever, especially through SoundCloud. We supposed to work together on some shit. I remember he came here to New York, you know what I'm saying? We linked up just for a little bit or whatever. And, I remember the last conversation I had with him over the phone. I was like, yo, I love you, my nigga. He was like, he laughed. He was like, yo, I love you too, brother. And, like he's gone, but definitely never forgotten, man. You know what I'm saying? Like if you go on my Facebook page, in the background part there, I got his picture up. You know what I'm saying? Like that's definitely my homeboy. That's my brother. You know what I'm saying? Happy belated birthday once again to Avenging Wind, better known as Fathom 9. You know what I'm saying? Like may you continue to rest easy. You know what I'm saying? Like you always gonna live in the memory of myself. NC. Smurf, you know who you are. She knows who she is, man. Like, and anybody else who met you, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you was extremely cool down brother. You know what I'm saying? And I wish you was here, man. You know what I'm saying? I really do. I wish my nigga was here, but like, things happen, and damn. I just like he done so many amazing things that I just want to see him here to see what more amazing things that he would have done. You feel me? Like, you know what I mean? Like sometimes relationships is more than, I look at y'all three as more than just co-hosts and friends. Like y'all niggas is family, man. Word to mother, even John. And I be telling y'all every day because we don't know how long we gonna have here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And Fathom's passing taught me that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, amongst other people who passed away, but definitely his, because like we always connected through music. We always, and which turned into a brotherhood, and with us and all that, and us knowing mutual people and all that other stuff, and let me stop getting emotional and shit, man. But continue to rest easy, my brother. Love. You know what I mean?
Also, special rest in peace for one of the greatest baseball players to ever grace a field. We lost him, not too long ago. Salute to Willie Mays.
What?
Rest in peace, man. Yeah, 93 years old, man. 93 years old.
Rest in peace, Willie Mays.
Definitely one of the greatest, huh?
I said 93 till infinity. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Or And as usual, a happy birthday shout out to everybody on my Facebook page. Some of y'all, I can't remember y'all birthdays right now, but to whoever's there, whoever's coming up, what I'm saying, wish y'all a happy birthday, happy birthday week, happy birthday month, however you celebrate it. You know what I'm saying? It's all love, you know what I mean? And oh, yeah, also a happy belated born day to Rita McCall, you know what I'm saying? That's my sister-in-law's sister or whatever. Like, I better not forget her birthday. Fuck around, she kicked my ass. Like, I better not forget Rita's birthday. You hear me? Shit. You know what I mean? But yeah, like I said, to whoever else's birthday is this week, happy birthday and all that. So, that's what it is. Steph, anybody else?
No, I don't have any birthdays this week. Like I said, just took my sister out. Her birthday was last Saturday. So, yeah, to all the other folks whose birthdays I don't know right now, happy birthday. I'm gonna do a lyrics and say happy birthday to you guys.
Oh shit.
What?
Natalie Santiago, man. Yo, happy belated birthday to Natalie Santiago. You know what I'm saying? I just happen to remember her birthday just now. Like, I think it was like yesterday, the day before, but happy belated born day. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, yo, guys, if we don't have any more housekeeping, guys, as usual, we do this out of pocket, but we do have a PayPal account. Anything, $1, $5, 10, 20, 50, even 100. You know what I'm saying? It would be much appreciated, man, if you could donate, to our PayPal account or whatever. And part of the proceeds will go to the Ramos Retirement Fund. We are trying to send Ramos somewhere upstate of his choosing.
Just not Newburgh. No Newburgh. Okay, we're not.
No
Newburgh, New York. Prisons.
No prisons. No areas where the prisons is at. So yeah.
The largest prison in the country. You said no more what?
No more locked doors.
No, no more locked doors.
Oh wow.
I was gonna ask. Speaking of prisons, I wanted to get Adviz's opinion on California's prison reform.
What happened to it now?
So apparently they're adopting, and it's so funny that Eric and I were talking about this not recently, but a little while back. We were having a debate with our homeboy Ramon, and we were talking about adopting some of the practices that they have in Scandinavia, like in Sweden, Denmark. How they're taking some of those practices and bringing them over here to the States, and then it might do some good for some of the prisoners. Because
what practices?
Basically, instead of focusing solely on punishment, also like practicing focusing more on rehabilitation. So actually having programs where they can train, for particular jobs, and once they get out of prison, they'll be able. And these are for lower level, inmates, criminals, and such. But they would go into programs. They would go through school. Some people would even get degrees in college through college programs. But just
that's what they used to do.
Basically have vocational programs for inmates.
Well, no, that's what they used to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, they used to do that. Like, I remember my brother Scrap, he was telling me about that. Like, because I think he got his vocational training when he was sent up. You know what I'm saying? And
right, but it wasn't as widespread. Like, it wasn't like No,
you're right. It wasn't widespread. It was
more of a thought and more of something that's more theoretical, and it was not really applied.
Right. But when you look at the numbers, when they have situations that happen within the prison system, they found that most of the people that had like vocational training or were learning like a skill were not getting into trouble. It was less like very unlikely that they would get into trouble.
But I hold on. Honestly, that's what they were supposed to do in the beginning, like from the jump. Like let's have these programs so we can, help rehabilitate prisoners or whatever. And matter of fact, I'll even take it a step further, because let's be realistic. Once they get out of prison, they gotta, you gotta point them to a direction of trying to find a job. So instead of all that, why don't you after, they get their programs, why don't you like give them a list of people they should call for jobs or whatever? You know what I'm saying? Like job placement or some shit.
Yeah.
Well, because that's not the point. But now I guess they're trying to make that to be the point. But that's not the point.
Well, no, that should have been the point from the jump.
Yeah. Well, when you got 25% of the world's population in prisons, like, you gotta think about that.
Right.
And what I mean by 25%, I'm talking about like it's so high. Like it's ridiculous how the percentage of people that's incarcerated here in the US versus everywhere else.
Right.
And it could be higher. I don't know. But I know a lot of places have been shutting
They've been
down.
releasing people. Yeah, they've been shutting down and releasing people as well.
Other than that, that's all the house cleaning.
Actually, Maryland just signed a bill where they're releasing 175,000 people on low-level crimes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
But it's mostly like marijuana charges, marijuana possession and use, stuff like that. But yeah, salute to Westmore. But yeah. Let's get into the show though. You ready?
Yeah.
You ready to do this?
Y'all ready? Y'all ready? So, all right. No. Then it's time to let the fuckery commence. Let's get it.
Vegan chopped cheese.
Y'all can't let that go, huh? Y'all just can't let that go. Y'all really can't let that shit go. Like
you can't let it go.
Vegan. It was vegan. Stop.
No, it wasn't. No.
Whatever.
We're getting into the show now. Welcome to episode 6-11. The Whitewashing of American History Reloaded, the American Music Edition. So, it's Black Music Month, and I think this is an appropriate topic because we can talk a lot about this, and I'm sure you guys know a lot about especially Black music, especially during the 50s, the 40s, 50s, 60s, even before.
Oh yeah, of course, man. So let's just jump into it with a table, or what is a round table question? You know what I'm saying? So
you don't know these things.
What happened?
Just because you took your glasses off, don't forget like you don't know these things.
Right.
No, I know. What are you talking about? What are you saying?
Once you took your glasses off, he was like, wait, what is that? We do like what?
Oh, so okay, hold on a second then. Fuck it. All right, cool.
Wait, we should have him. Yeah, no. If he takes his glasses off, that means he's not the spelling bee champ no more. Because the spelling ability is with the glasses.
You know what? You're right. So let's jump into the round table question, y'all. You know what I'm saying? We gonna start with you, Ad, since you got so much shit to talk today. So, like, jumping into American Music Edition, in your opinion, you know what I'm saying? Who do you think created rock and roll, and was it really stolen from us?
The only person that I know that is quoted for being, of course, the king, I think it was B.B. King.
That's blues.
I heard Little Richard. Little
Richard. That was the next person I was going to talk about, but yeah.
Chuck Berry.
Chuck Berry. Sorry, Chuck Berry.
Well, that could be disputed because they both say that, but yeah.
But even before them, what's her name? Tharp. What's her first name? I gotta look it up. But she's the one that
you're the encyclopedia, Steph.
The one who sang Hound Dog, that one?
I think no, that's Big Mama Thornton.
Yeah.
I gotta look her up, but she's actually considered the pioneer of rock and roll because she was the first to like really play an electric guitar in the way that a lot of rock artists play the guitar now.
Okay.
I want to say is it Rosetta Tharpe? I think it's Rosetta Tharpe. But let me look it up. But yeah, no, go ahead, Ed. You answer the question.
Yeah. But I was really only gonna end up saying those two that came up with Chuck Berry or Little Richard. It says Sister Rosetta Tharpe.
It is Rosetta Tharpe. Okay.
Yes.
See, my memory.
You are the encyclopedia. We know this.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
the other
No,
part
that's
of
a
that,
fact.
remind me of the other part of the question though. Was it stolen?
No,
from
I
us?
was saying like, yeah, like, do you think it was really stolen from us?
I mean, in a sense, a lot of stuff was, but what happens is we create a culture where we invite everyone in, and then there's going to be people who's going to profit and sell off of that initial bringing in of everybody. So I mean, if you want to look at it that way, you can end up saying yes and just prepackaged a different way. But that's what happens when you allow the other powers in business to get into something that starts off, very organic. So yes, to answer the question, yes, but literally that's a lot of things that gets ruined after a while.
Okay. Steph? Well, I mean, shit, you kind of answered part of the question anyway, so I'll just ask you the second part, which is, do you think it was stolen from us?
Yeah, it was. Well, like, and Ad hit the nail right on the head. As far as our culture as a people, we're very open people. We like to share our gifts with the world and the people around us, and a lot of times we forget that not everyone has um, pure intentions when it comes to the gifts that we share. And then of course they take it and run with it. Even with jazz, you had white jazz musicians that swear up and down that white people created jazz, and we know that's not true. But there were people saying that until their dying day, claiming that they created jazz. But we knew that jazz was created, in the slums of New Orleans. So yeah, just like we know, and we should hold on to this. We should know that hip hop was created in the slums of the Bronx.
Yep.
So, yeah, as far as rock and roll goes, yeah, it was taken from us. I mean, like I said, we had pioneers like Rosetta Tharpe and Chuck Berry and Little Richard and Howlin' Wolf and Bo Diddley. Y'all gonna laugh at me when I say this, but it's very true. My cousin used to sing backup for him, so I know I got quite a few bits of history about him.
Well, Bo Diddley was basically more so the blues,
He was rock and roll too.
No, I said more so. Like, yeah, you're right. He did have rock and roll, but like it was in the beginning it was the blues.
Oh yeah, no, it started
only reason,
and it picked up, afterwards.
Well, no, the only reason why I know because like my pops knew Bo Diddley. You know what I'm saying? He also knew a guy by the name of Bo Diddley Jr. who kind of took the name. I don't know if he was Bo Diddley's real son or he just took the name and ran with it. But there was a guy by the name of Bo Diddley Jr., you know what I'm saying, that also was doing stuff too. I don't know if you can Google him or not, but yeah.
But I say him too because one of the most popular Bo Diddley videos that's out now, which my cousin is actually featured in, it's rock and roll. Like there's nothing bluesy about it. He's like doing moves like Elvis.
No, I got you.
Yeah.
Forget
So
Elvis.
yeah, that's a
And
Elvis
John
is
Wayne.
it's a
And
very
John Wayne. Okay, PE. All right,
well
Bubba.
honestly, Elvis is a very complicated story to get into.
Why are you saying that he's mixed with like some kind of stuff?
No, it's just that
I've heard that. I don't know.
it's always been told that, or it's always been it's always been told that Elvis was racist, but we're finding that there are people that have accounts with Elvis, saying otherwise, basically
Yeah.
saying Elvis helped a lot of black people. But who
No.
knows? I have to do the research myself. This is stuff that I've talked to folks about, and I mean I've seen videos as well, but
But he
I
stole
really
some
need to delve
tracks.
into it. Oh yeah, for sure.
He stole from what was it, tracks from Lil Walter, which is kind of crazy. Like that song was it, My Babe. Like
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like
I mean,
he stole that from Lil Walter.
I mean, Hound Dog is a big Mama Thornton song. We know they steal stuff. I mean, look at the Beatles. The Beatles basically stole Twist and Shout.
Look, and Rolling Stone, they were talking about Rolling Stone lately a lot, how they basically, inspired by shit. Yeah,
exactly.
And then they was like the Rolling Stones were inspired by Muddy Waters. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm not really talking about inspiration. I'm talking about lifting, because there's a difference between inspiration and actually lifting things. And there's it could sound similar, but when it starts sounding too similar, you're like, what's going on here?
And they have the nerve to not like sampling. So that that's another topic.
Well, you know what? If you guys watch Cadillac Records and really watch the movie, there's a lot of like if you really look at it, I mean, just like it's certain in between things, like with Chuck Berry and Little Walter and Muddy Waters, even Leonard Chess, because it was about Chess Records and whatever.
Chess Records,
yeah. There's a lot of answers. This answers the questions that we all have. You know what I'm saying? Especially about like Elvis stealing shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I really didn't know that Elvis was like stealing people's music like that. You know what I'm saying? Or even other white acts stealing like music from other black acts. Like there's certain songs that came out from white acts that a black dude or woman either made or was written for them, for somebody from the other group happened to catch that song. It wasn't really popping with the black artist, but then when the white artist caught onto it, all of a sudden it's a nationally recognized song and shit. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's kind of messed up, but unfortunately, it was more easier to screw over, black acts back in the day.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
They didn't have the money to go into litigation. They didn't have money for lawyers and fight it.
And you have the minstrel shows and everything else going on all around that time.
Right.
Word. Eric, I asked you the same question. The second part of the question. Do you think that rock and roll was stolen?
Yeah, but to agree, I feel like they have a resurgence of musicians, especially like nowadays you have like this merging of different styles, kind of bringing it back. You know what I mean? So like, and no one can forget, there was acts like Seven Dust, for example, and there was Lenny Kravitz. There was, it never went away like in terms of the lineage. It's just that the landscape changed, and what I mean the landscape, the face is the landscape.
I got
the
you.
Majority.
Okay. I have another roundtable question, and this is more so on the business side of it. Okay, because like us, 3 out of 4 is musicians, but I think Eric understands the music business as well, because you deal with a lot of musicians. So I would say like this: do you feel in your Steph? I know you chomping on that burger, that shit probably looking smell delicious in the motherfucker. But I'm gonna ask Oh, yeah, you fucked it up. All right, so I'm gonna ask you the question first. Do you feel, in your opinion, that there's there's a such thing as the record business now? Like, if you understand you know what I'm trying to say. Like this, like in 2024, in your opinion, do you think like there's a such thing as the record business, or we just went 100% independent?
No, there's still a business. It's just the model has changed quite drastically. In a very big way. You see artists not really necessarily signing to record companies. You see them more so signing licensing deals with and distribution deals with record companies. So there a lot of these artists are operating independently. And it's funny, like when I go on Spotify and I look up certain songs now, I go all the way to the bottom and I read that little, that tiny, fine print that says, a distribution of such and such, or licensed by, such and such company, blah blah blah. And it's just someone was talking about Kendrick Lamar, and they were like, "Oh, doesn't he have PG Lang? Why is he signed to Universal Music Group?" And I'm like, "No, he's not signed to him. He has a license with them. He's licensing his music through them, but that only means he signed for a certain amount of years. This company makes a certain amount of money off of this, this single or this album or what have you. But then after that X amount of years, Kendrick gets complete ownership of that material again, or he could re-up. It could be, they usually have a clause in there that lets you, decide whether you want to stay with the contract and renew it, or you want to go off on your own. So, but that's how it's working these days. So there isn't much of a music business in this day and age, because it's so many ways to distribute your music without a record company. You can make money.
So the benefits, what the benefits of being signed or licensed through a label would be more so in terms of the optics and how their reach. Right. What would it be? Like that's about it. I mean, if you can get the money independently through banks or whatever have you, you can finance your own stuff. You can have control of the vision of it, specifically the music and as well as the visuals that go along with it, and then they really don't have say in what you create, essentially.
Right.
Or when you can drop it, or if it's going to be shelved. It's more autonomy when it comes to you being the artist and not worrying so much about what the business is going to say about what you're doing, which of course you're going to have to run yourself like a business. Shouts out to LaRussell. A lot of folks here in LA is doing this.
Shout out to LaRussell.
As well as Curtis King, and there's like many others that I know of that literally this has been their lane of DIYers, which is, doing it yourself. But you're learning alongside that is because they've worked with a number of these folks before. I mean, speaking on Kendrick, especially Curtis King, he literally was in the beginnings of the inception making stuff for Absol, making stuff for Top Dog in particular. So I think it's just now that we have a lot more technology and it's accessible, since I guess I'm answering the question now, it makes it a lot easier for people to push for independence, because we have all of this technology here, we have all the information, and there's ways that, again, you can go about getting away from having to just sign the deal and then this is all you can do. But again, there's going to be people who still going to sign those deals, because at the end of the day, if we want to really say it, they don't want to have a lot of hands and parts of worrying about the business side. Or then some of them is just like, just give me the money, I don't care about everything else.
Right.
Well, yeah. I'm like this, man. Yo, you mentioned LaRussell, man. Like LaRussell, he did something that to me was like kind of revolutionary when it came to like music performance. Like he used to hold concerts in the back of his house.
I think he still does.
And like, yeah, but I'm saying, like, I've never seen an independent artist ever do no shit like that. And to me, he gets nothing but the utmost respect. The Russell gets the utmost respect, just for doing that. I don't give a fuck if he was the most trashiest rapper ever, which to me, he's not. You know what I'm saying? He's really a entertainer. You know what I'm saying? And I like his songs, especially what's that one song? He's like, "Nigga, get your ass up" or some shit like that, like the wake up song or some shit. Like you don't.
No, you
well,
know
not because
I do. I know a lot. Look, I know a lot of the people. Have I delved into their music? No, because there's too many people to try to catch up with, especially in this day and age too. But
right.
Oh,
I
hell
just have
yeah.
the respect.
You know what I'm saying?
I have the respect of how I see how they're moving, and again, what they're doing with their art and how they share it. So it's like utmost respect. Like I heard about him when I was working in the warehouse from another brother who was like, "You should listen to this dude." And I think I listened to one of his EPs, and I was like, "I like the sound. I hear it," but I don't know. If you would ask me a little Russell song, no disrespect or slight, I wouldn't know off the top of my head right now because I haven't delved into his discography like that.
Well, no, the only reason why I mentioned that one song is because there was a lot of people making like videos on it, like cats going to sleep and then playing the song and getting they look like they were just getting up and going to work and shit. Like once they heard the once they heard the song, the shit was hilarious. That's how I found out about LaRussell. But then I saw a video. I just happened to stumble upon a video of LaRussell doing that same song at a concert in the back of his house, and I'm sitting there like, what, huh? Like in the back of his house? I'm sitting there like, yo, you like that? You had no choice but to respect it. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, so like if you not, I'm like this, if you don't trust, or if the promoters are not trying to if you don't trust promoters to give you a lane, or they're just not giving you a lane, for you to create your own lane like that, to set up your shit in the back of your house with folding chairs and shit, and rock in the back of your house like that, yo, dog, man, listen, you can't, you got to tip your hat off to LaRussell for that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So,
but we've always been entrepreneurial and enterprising in that way. Like black people have always had it in them. Like when we can go back to when white people would make fun of us, and well, it started with Birth of a Nation when they show black people eating watermelon and fried chicken, but honestly those were the foods that were feeding our families. Like we were selling that food. Like a lot of people made very good businesses from selling fried chicken and watermelon, but they turned it into a negative. And the same with what we do now, like with Cash Money and with No Limit, selling CDs out of the back of their truck, just going from town to town, selling CDs and doing shows and whatnot like that. It's always been in us.
Shout out to my brother Rubber Ducky Russ. He actually still has been doing that stuff. It's hilarious.
That's dope.
Yo, shout out to Rubber Ducky Russ. I mean, but it's funny, but it
like just everywhere.
No, but the thing is, in certain areas, especially down south, the shit still work. It still work. If like you press up CDs and you selling CDs, even though nobody really got a CD player like that, they could pop that shit in their PlayStation or in their Xbox and listen to it or whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe in their PC, they PCs or whatever, and still listen to the music.
Or just get some flash drives and sell those.
Word to mother.
Just like De La did that on their Kickstarter. Not the last album, the album before, or the something no one. The what is it called?
Who's this?
De La Soul, then something no one, something like that.
Oh, the anonymous nobody.
Yeah, I have it.
know
I actually
about
have the USB. I bought it from the Kickstarter, but they started doing that. It makes sense. If you want to own the media, the only way you can play it is your MP3 nowadays, and then eventually that's going to go out the window too because they're trying to get rid of it.
Yep. Yeah, everything's gonna be digital mostly. But
Yeah.
even when the NFC started, like who started that trend? David Banner. David Banner started it. He was the first one to sell an NFT.
Oh,
Like
word?
yeah, music. Like he was the first one to
David Banner.
Yeah.
Yo,
You
shout out
know,
to David Banner.
and then even before then, like Eric and I were talking about this the other day, you know, with Prince. Prince was one of the first artists to do like, you know, direct to consumer online
off his website. I think it was the Globe, the album with the globe on it, the glass. I forgot what it was called, man. I know I can see the image of the album cover, just can't remember the album name.
Yeah. I know.
Yo, shout out to everybody that's really doing it like that, man, and shout out to all the upcoming artists. You know what I'm saying? That's yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? So,
Are you talking
you
about
know,
Around the World in a Day?
No.
It's like a crystal ball or something like that on it. It's just like a crystal ball.
I think it is called the crystal ball. I think something.
I'm literally about to look it. I'm looking it up right now.
It's an older one. There's no prints on the cover. It's just like a crystal ball. It's like see-through, and I can't remember the name of it right now.
To everyone who's watching us, remember this one thing: Google is your motherfucking friend.
Crystal ball.
That's it.
It is the crystal ball.
And it's the crystal ball.
That was the first album I think ever that was sold in that manner, like a direct artist, because that was after he got. I don't know if it's before or after he got back his name because he was using the love symbol for a while, or the farmers, the artist formerly known as, and then I don't know when the timeline, but then eventually he did that, and he was always innovative in that way. That's what people do. He was innovative in many regards.
Yeah.
I mean, he created Paisley Park, a whole full production studio, like in terms of music and film production.
Yep.
Who the fuck did that before he did? I mean, and probably in other aspects of places, like maybe in movies they did that, but like he was the first. That was the saw. If I control everything, I can put forth my vision.
Right.
Or for real.
Basically a one-stop shop for like everything. It was like a production line in that entire place. Have you been there yet?
Oh no.
I know my homegirl Noreen did.
One day.
Yeah.
I have a roundtable question, guys. Like another one, and this is referring to hip hop.
Yeah.
Ed, I'll start with you here.
Hip hop.
Well, however you want to call it, man. You know what I'm saying? However you want to call it. Do you feel that in the next 10 to 20 years, they're going to attempt to whitewash the culture of hip hop? And how?
I don't feel anything. For sure, the answer will be I know that they will. This is just a repeated cycle of stuff, but you're already seeing the not even say the precipice, but you're seeing the instances of this happening, especially from not only, of course, everybody always going back to referencing Eminem, but then after that you have a multitude of other artists. What is his name? Not popping in my head, but he
Yellow Wolf.
From doing folk music to then coming into hip hop.
Are you talking about
Jelly Roll?
Yeah, but also Post Malone. Post Malone also was doing that as well too before he came in and started doing the hip hop as well. But
actually, it was the other way around for Jelly Roll because Jelly Roll was actually doing hip hop before he did.
Yeah, I was about to say he was rapping first before that. Yeah. Now he's doing, I think, folk music or some shit like that. So
country.
He's doing country. Yeah,
country. My fault.
So I will say this: is as long as hip hop continues on its trajectory of a course staying, because at a point in time we were the number one consumed like import from the U.S. when it comes to like music, at least money in general.
Yeah.
If that continues to be the case, then yes, we're going to see a lot more of folks popping up in all facets of hip hop, but of course, you know, calling it rap. Like, I mean, we keep on forgetting. I don't even know where G-Eazy is at this point. You already saw what ended up happening to. I don't even know where Macklemore is at this point. Like, a lot of these folks.
He just came out. He came out with a single recently.
Okay.
Macklemore.
Okay.
It was actually about Palestine.
Interesting.
I think it was called Free Palestine. I believe that's what it was called. Yeah.
Well,
and
Matt,
people were talking about it for a little while too.
Yeah. One person that I still besides Eminem, one other person that I give respect since we're, you know, putting in almost in a context of race is Marlon Craft. It's another person that don't know about, but Marlon Craft, like I would say
he did a song
going back to Steph's point about the intentions being there. That's when you notice again when it comes to a culture, when you come in and you show the respects to it and you understand what it is for and not trying to monopolize off of it, then that's when you know people are coming correct. You know when they done their hip hop history that they done this, they know they've around the pioneers. They're humble to a point of where like, yes, I mean I can, you know, rap like I rap, but at the same time, you know, I learned it from these folks. These were my pillars of hip hop that I've learned a lot of this stuff from. So I pay homage to them. But when you got folks that come in here because of the fact that it's hot and they're just dropping stuff just to drop stuff, Slim Jesus, all these other folks, and they just come here and we gone, like you'll see that that's the fact. So to answer your question, yes, if hip hop continues trajectory.
Yo, fuck Slim Jesus. I said it.
Oh my
God. I don't like that nigga. Like, yo, word them up. So he a culture vulture.
Who's Slim Jesus? Is that a guy with the braids and the shaved head?
Exactly. Who's Slim Jesus? Like, you don't even need to know who that nigga is, man.
He literally
like,
it was during the
clown ass nigga
when drill was becoming a huge thing. Like literally, this white kid just came in, just of course toting guns and everything, and just following alongside with.
He's a right wing guy, right? He's a right wing guy. He'd be putting on like that.
He tried to act gangster. He tried to act hard. That nigga softer than a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Plain and simple.
That's pretty soft.
Like, yo, word to my mother. You see that nigga on the block, sir, he probably gets smacked by his peoples.
He's
like, yo, yeah, exactly. He's like ass wiping toilet paper soft. Like, I'm like, yo, fuck out of here, man. Like, go ahead.
That's a
man.
different
like,
dude. That's a different dude. I was thinking of somebody else.
Word to my mother.
No, not the Island Boys.
Word to my mother. Like, he one of them niggas. Sorry, he one of them dudes that if you see him with his peoples, he acts super hard. But if you see him by himself, nah, son. I can't. Not him. Fuck out of here, man. Go ahead.
I can't really take that kid serious. He looks like he's 12.
Well, that's of course an older video. I mean, now to wherever in 2024, I don't know what he looks like now, but I get you exactly.
He looks like
he looked the same. He still looks the same.
He looks like a character.
I saw some recent shit on recently. Yeah, he got tattoos on his face and shit now, like looking crazy. Like I'm like, he looked the same, man. He looked that nigga looked breakable. Let's just put it that way. Like I'm just gonna be. He looks real breakable.
He's got a punchable face.
Yeah,
exactly. His eye got sunk in. Like his eyes like this.
That's it. Like
his head.
Let's just say if he went to jail in the 1990s, his name wouldn't be Slim Jesus. His name would have been Jacina or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? With a wig and some painted nails.
Oh, man.
So basically, he raps around about the same shit that everybody's rapping about. Let me ask you a question. Can we talk about one thing? Why is every song that comes out specifically, does he rap? They'll talk about within the what they talk about, and they always do it in the first few lines. They'll talk about fucking somebody, your girl, how much money I make, you ain't get shit on me. And they'll repeat it in different ways throughout the song.
And shoot your block up.
Yeah, but like, how many times can you repeat something and say similar things? What are we talking about? At this point, where it gets boring.
And this is where...
Are they going to catch an op?
But they'll do it repeatedly within that song. They have multiple verses.
Stop it.
And you're like, my dude, like, can you get creative? At least with the way you're going to fuck somebody's girl? Like, at least try to be creative.
Nah, because the only thing you hear is, I swear, and this is like battle rap. You know what I'm saying? No diss to the battle rappers.
Monkey King.
I sell more than you. Pack more crack and ass than you. 'Cause I sell more crack than you. Get it, get it. Murder, homicide.
Hey,
Oh,
that face looked familiar. Who was that?
Said murder,
oh
homicide.
man, monkey gang. Yo, I, you know what? Yo,
For your point is because of the fact that
we get more ass than you. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It's profitable, and that's what the business is running off of. Is that we can have folks continue to do that, and people are still going to buy into this because guess what? The consumer is also part of the problem. But the thing is, what's happening too is hip hop, or we just say rap in this particular case. I mean, it was literally in different aspects of course it had the piece of consciousness. It had talking about world, views and things that's happening in political. You have, of course, the party. And I think right now we've been stuck on the party in that image such a very long time that is just only seen as entertainment, but entertainment gone wrong to a point where people are so used to hearing it over and 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 over again that it's just been desensitized, and it's like, oh yeah, I like the beat. Because every time I ask somebody, I'm like, are you even listening to what they're saying? Like I'll be laughing. So some of them talking about I got her wetter than a pool, dropped the mop, and now look like I'm just like, what are they saying? I'm laughing, and people are just like, what are you talking about? I'm like, no, I'm laughing at what they're saying.
It's completely repetitive though. It's not. It's like, you know what I'm saying. Like, all right, for example, real rappers in the past, right? That used to rap about those things, but they be creative with the way they say those things. So you know what I mean? You're like, oh, they're being creative with the wordplay, or they're creative with the delivery, or they're creative with the presentation. There's no creativity with the presentation at all. They all look like carbon copies of each other, saying the same shit, dressed in the same way. The only difference is like they are different people, but they're not much different people in terms, because if I didn't listening, I probably wouldn't think they were different people.
I got 2 points.
I agree and I disagree. Like, sorry to cut you off. I agree and disagree with that. Like, yeah, they are saying the same shit, but it's man, you're right. Everybody's on some carbon copy of the same shit. They talking about busting gats. They talking about I get more money, I sell more crack, I fuck more chicks. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit been going on since the 1990s, really. You know what I'm saying? Like,
not the same way what I'm saying
We're
is
going since the 1980s.
The 80s was kind of
bust more gas than you. Get more ass than you, pack more crack and ass than you, cause I sell more crack than you. Get it?
No, but I get what you're saying. You're saying that because of what these kids have seen when they were growing up, they're repeating it. But the thing is, they're repeating it diluted. It's even more diluted than when they've had it, because at least there was some kind of creativity behind it in a way. And I remember listening to hip hop back in the day because I grew up in the 90s and late 80s. You know what I mean? Yeah,
I got you.
There. That shit was there, but it wasn't the majority of.
It wasn't as
music.
obvious.
It wasn't the majority. It wasn't like the core of the music. Now I
And
feel like that's all it is.
And even if you did hear some shit like that, like shouts to Mobb Deep, shout outs to MOP, shout outs to, you know what I'm saying, well, rest in peace to Stack Bundles. You know what I'm saying? Like real shit, like rest in peace to Big L. You know what I'm saying? Well, Stack Bundles, him and Skyzoo had a rap group together back in the day. Matter of fact, Marlon Craft, he got a song with Skyzoo called Soda Club. Yo, check that song out. That shit is crack. Marlon Craft featuring Skyzoo, Soda Club. That's the single. You know what I'm saying? Like, sorry, Marlon Craft, whatever the fuck his name is. I don't know.
Not Marlon
All right, Marlon Craft. Shit, damn.
Tomb Raider.
Rap Raider. Fuck it. Like, whatever. Like,
before I forget the two. The first again, since we're doing shout outs, shouts out to KRS-One and Buckshot. They had an album specifically talking about a lot of this stuff called Survival Skills.
I remember that. I remember that shit.
I purchased. Yes. That's around that time that he dropped.
The production was
with Bumpy Knuckles, and he also dropped the album with Mad Lion. He was in a run. He was doing a run of albums. I remember that.
Yes, but
the production was
on the song Robot. They talk about the whole orchestration of how the business is.
And then Robot. I remember that.
Everybody want to sing. Everybody do their thing like in Robot. Like literally that
Yeah.
just showing you the landscape. And
But,
then
but there would always been people who are copying. But I'm sorry, go ahead, continue.
yeah. But then the second is because of the accessibility, being able to now you can have a studio in your room for the low price of $10.99. Like it's so accessible to everybody. And when you see people are able to do it and now they have the means to do so, you're going to have an oversaturation of music. And then a lot of it's not going to be as quality as you want. Because then at a time, there's people who are being considered SoundCloud rappers. You got YouTube rappers. And they're coming in and making into this whole genre of what rap is, trying to make their way happen. It was a whole flood of that going around the time. And just, again, they're just fitting the mold because it's so much easier to do so because it's already been set, as well as they're not using Chat GPT to their advantage right now.
To answer Lyric's question, a question. I don't think that the industry is going to be able to whitewash it like it did in the past. And this is my opinion, because the optics is too out there. You can't, once you have the majority of people who are controlling or have a legacy in it, and they're the faces, you have to come to them. That's what's happening here. So I feel it's going to be a lot harder this time around. I feel like in the past, the control wasn't there. Like the people who controlled the radio, the record industries weren't the people who were making the music. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like it's going to be a lot harder. Is it possible? Yes, anything is possible. I just don't think it's going to be happening because people more aware, people understand who's behind it, and those people are becoming the gatekeepers. Whereas so the gatekeepers in the past were people who had nothing to do with the culture or the music.
So
it's interesting.
Now you're making me think of something. Go ahead, Steph. No, go ahead.
I was gonna say it's interesting now because this is that was kind of the conversation within the, the Kendrick Lamar Drake beef. There were think pieces coming up and conversations coming up. Basically talking about Drake being one of those gatekeepers, essentially. Like they're talking about this deal that he has, where it's worth I think $400 million. And it's like a 360 deal, and he doesn't just get the $400 million. He has like unlimited funds in another part of the contract. Like he can get unlimited funds to,
against the license.
Yeah, well, yeah, he gets extra money from doing certain projects, and he can ask for whatever amount he wants. And but the topic. The thing that came up was, I think it's a deal with Universal Music Group. That's what I think it is. And I think this is partially what started the beef, because a lot of the artists are under UMG. Like Rick Ross is under UMG. I believe Future is under UMG. Like a bunch of people are under UMG. And from what I'm understanding, I don't know if this is confirmed in that, but apparently Drake gets a percentage of whatever project they put out.
Why is that? Because he put them on or made the hits with them?
Why does that sound
Possibly.
like multi-level marketing right now? But okay.
Yeah.
And that's also where, Kendrick's talking about, oh, you run to Atlanta, they get your check balance.
Yep.
Like that's part of the conversation.
So
like
is
you're
that
working
the reason
with these
why
artists because you're getting paid from these artists.
Is this the reason why these dudes are? So I was watching some stuff about Drake recently. You're going on Drake parade. So at some point,
it's current events.
So at some point, is that the reason why they attacked him with Future and what's his name, the producer?
Metro Boomin.
Yeah, is that the reason? That's potentially the reason. Because the thing is, as we know in the past, people don't know. Some people don't know. Drake has this tendency to try to rob people's tracks, but deboing them, saying, "Oh, you're coming my shit,"
as well as robbing their women.
He does that shit to fuck with you after the fact. Like he did it to the Weeknd. The shit he did to the Weeknd was Mind Warfare, where Weeknd was like, he wasn't a powerhouse then that he is now. So he kind of had to like say, yeah, go ahead. Where he took most of his album, his album that he was putting out at the time. He basically featured or had writing credits on the majority of that Drake album, and it was because they were going to be his songs. And he's done it to other artists on his
He
label.
did it, he's been doing it to Party Next Door. Yeah,
exactly. The Party Next Door. Who else? I think Majid Jordan, and I love Majid Jordan, and I wish they would just leave OVO because I feel like they're a great duo, and there's multiple people on his label, but
just like the other dude, the one that did Going Up on a Tuesday.
Where he been?
I heard he took his shit, then he left them to dry out. I remember
basically, well, from what I've also seen and read about that situation, that dude had a catalog. He had I think like 10 albums, but he wasn't doing. Yeah, that was the deal. Like he had to delete his entire catalog in order to get this feature from Drake. And and basically they were like, okay, let's do it. Even though his manager was like, why are you taking this deal? This is a terrible deal. Like, do you know what's going to happen? And then he saw what happened once he signed the deal. So I mean,
he takes over your music. He takes control of the music you output. You become a writer for him essentially in his think tank. And I mean, I don't know.
And he shut him out. Look, like he can't even put out the music that he made, the 10 albums worth of music. Like you can't put that out now until you're out of this contract.
But then at the past, people have forgotten who he is because he was on a low level that he was producing the music in the first place. Of course, there's gonna be certain people that might still fuck with it or like, hey, this came back. But the people who are the people consuming now probably don't know who the fuck he is.
Right.
Y'all tell me, and you can again correct me.
Well, no, hold on.
The way that he sounds like what Drake is, it sounded like he's if I'm wrong, just tell me. Sound like he Taskmaster, like he's literally like morphing and taking people's stuff and then creating and making it his own.
Yeah. He's Mega Man. He's Mega Man.
He's absorbing people.
He absorbs their powers and uses them.
All right, Kirby.
Sometimes against them.
Well, we were still in the middle of the roundtable question, man. Yo, what the fuck was the roundtable question again, man?
It was about taking who you think they'll be able to take over. I
mean, that does happen. Now I do unlearn, and we all unlearn and relearn shit as we get older. But okay, great. No, I was, Eric, going to you, man.
I answered it.
You answered that shit?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think everybody answered it.
What?
So basically,
fuck it.
Well,
all right.
Well, let me just say in summation.
The more you know.
Well, I didn't answer it, but okay.
Wait, let me finish. Let me finish off though. So
no, go ahead. Do you think?
So basically, what I'm saying is, if they're gonna take over hip hop in that man, this is the start of it. Yeah. Like this is using Drake because Drake is mixed, but he grew up in a mostly, Jewish. Affluent Jewish, neighborhood.
But I think Drake has lost a lot of his clout as of late.
Especially after that Kendrick shit.
That's what I'm saying. He was exposed.
And in other leaks, among that people leaked, a lot of people in the industry leaked the shit that he was doing. So I feel like he might make his money, and maybe he might hold the threshold, like hold in the pop world, but in the hip hop world, the rap world, I don't think he has a foothold unless he's gonna do the same shit. He's gonna bring artists who are hungry so he can abuse them and take what their creativity.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is,
he doesn't have competition. That's what it is.
Well, that and the fact that you have to understand one thing about Drake, and I think people forget this. Drake is actually dope. Like,
no, he is.
Taking all that away. Have we not heard the comeback season? Like, I always go back to that project because, to me,
my question is this.
To me, that was him at his. To me, that was him. No, the thing is, this is before the whole OVO thing and all this other shit. How long this been going on. This nigga. And matter of fact, he was doing music with this Canadian producer by the name of Slocka the Beat Child. You know what I'm saying? And this is before OVO, before Young Money Cash Money before all that. He was doing beats. He was doing songs with Slocka the Beat Child. And this shit I found out after he got signed. You know what I'm saying? Drake, even though he talks some soft, goofy shit, the nigga got scared. He can rap. Like if he, I don't know how you let Kendrick roast you like that. But I think, my personal opinion, if he wanted to, his pen game, he could have gave Kendrick a run for his money. You know what I'm saying?
No,
unless he lost it.
If you work out, if you go crazy and work out, right, and then you stop for 2 years, you think you're gonna be in a week or two? You're gonna be the same as you did when you were working out crazy? No, that's the point.
Oh no, you'll be a totally different person.
Well, no,
totally
but this is what I was saying in the other episodes before. The reason why he's not going to be Kendrick is because Kendrick is
superior,
like fully that, and also Kendrick is fully immersed in hip hop. Like that man, like wakes up, eats and breathes, works out, like spins to like he's very much immersed in hip hop. Drake is not immersed in hip hop. Drake is a pop artist. No,
not anymore.
He was never immersed in hip hop.
Once again, I have to disagree with that.
No, Kendrick grew up. No, Kendrick grew up in hip hop. That's my point. He grew up in the culture. Drake didn't grow up in the culture.
I mean, I can't really say we all can't really say Drake didn't grow up in the culture.
He didn't grow up in the culture. You would know. You would know.
You can't really say that.
Yes, you can know.
Because you gotta remember, Canada had a
it's not the same
their own hip hop realm, their own culture. Of course, it's not. I didn't say it was. I did not say it was the same.
It's not the same.
Steph, chill. I didn't say it was.
It's not the same.
No, because you jump in the gun here. Like I'm not defending. I hate Drake just as much as any other Drake hater. So let's not even go there. But you gotta give credit where credit is due.
I hate the way he walks and talks.
Thank you, Eric. I do hate the way he walk and talk, but I'm just saying.
No, but what I'm saying is Drake didn't start writing until he was a teenager. He was like 14 years old. He grew up with a father and an uncle that used to do soul records. Like, I mean, granted,
hold on.
He grew up in the industry. He grew up in the industry.
Hold on.
What?
But he wasn't in the street.
No, I grew up with a father that played the blues. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And in a sense, I did grow up on some street shit.
But you grew up in the Bronx. You grew up in the Bronx. That's the point. He didn't grow up in that kind of environment. That's the point.
Steph, I think
I got what you're saying.
Another thing on top of what Steph is saying, is saying.
No, but that still doesn't change the fact that he ain't hip hop, man. Like because of that.
Listen to a point though. I think what Steph is trying to say, and Steph, stop me if I'm wrong.
I got you.
I feel that I think Drake. So there's a difference between growing up with listening to music and growing around the elements and being immersed, right? Those are three different things. You could be all three, but you could be one of three. And I feel like he was immersed in the music, maybe listening to music, but he wasn't understanding what's going on. Just like when he came out with album at some point when he was on Young Money, he started pulling his father into the videos because he wanted the street clout. He didn't have the street clout before that.
Again,
he didn't have those optics.
Yep.
You run to where?
You run to Atlanta to get your check balanced. Let me break it down for you.
You said those three areas. Again, it's the big.
Steph, you just a Kendrick fan. That's all you are, man. Like,
I am a Kendrick fan, but he's also very much hip hop. And someone I grew up in it. Like I grew up on all this stuff. So I've been immersed in this stuff. I know real hip hop, like someone who is of the culture.
Steph got
as
bars.
Opposed to someone who is a lover of the culture or appreciates
Steph,
not the same thing.
Steph,
two very different things. No, they're two very different things.
It's one of my favorite things.
Exactly.
Well, no, and only because I'm like this. You know what I'm saying? A cat that we know he's heavily immersed in the hip hop culture, and that's substantial, man. Shout out to Stan. You know what I'm saying? Like when you talk about a nigga that's immersed in that shit, this nigga live, breathe, eat, sleep.
He's
shit
in
hip hop.
So wait, excuse me.
He is a hip hop documentary.
He's in the art of freestyle. I tripped out when
that nigga is heavily immersed.
And I was like, wait, is that something?
No, that's what I was saying, Steph. Like Stan is super heavily immersed in it. And that's just being around him, you know what I'm saying? I was like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, oh shit, like
He's
what'd you say?
He's a scientist, man. Chuck D shouted him out, called him a scientist. Buckshot called him a scientist.
Yep. Put them in the same, lumped them all in the same group.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna say Drake is a scientist. Drake is far from that shit. But like, but I will say,
he's a pop.
What I will say is the comeback season. It seems that he was kind of immersed in hip hop, at least for that one particular
project.
But
project.
It might have been.
Yes.
It might have been in that time that the era that it was in with the backpacker and era, and there was a lot of heavy emphasis on the word flow and wordplay. But
think about the niggas that he had on there. Think about the featuring.
Look what he did.
Little brother.
He went somewhere else. He pivoted.
Yeah.
He pivoted.
Little
to
brother, Elza, all these other niggas.
But he pivoted to Cash Money, and look what he eventually created himself into be. He always wanted to be a pop star. He says it in music. He wants to be Michael Jackson. He wants to break that record. It's something similar to what Kanye said. But the difference is Kanye is crazy, but there's other things. This is from a lover of Kanye. But the difference is this.
Now Kanye. Let's not even go to fucking Kanye, because let me tell you something. Kanye is immersed in. He's immersed in bullshit. That's what he's immersed in
the heavens. He's immersed in the heavens, like somewhere out there in space.
Like
he has to touch the sky. Let him touch the sky.
But Kanye
he's passing the sky into the stratosphere.
But Kanye is more immersed in hip hop than Drake.
Yeah,
agree.
Yeah,
agree.
No doubt. That goes without saying.
He loves
a chaotic force. He is a chaotic force and a Loki within the hip hop culture. But yeah, he that's what he is.
I ain't gonna say all that. I'm not gonna say. I refuse to say all that. I refuse. Fuck
he's
out
a chaotic figure. He's a chaotic figure. You don't believe so? He's chaotic. He causes chaos.
Oh Think yeah, But I'm like this. Like he kind of
negative influence.
Exactly, and I'm gonna continue being a negative influence. So anyway, it's like I'm saying, right? There was he admitted on Drink Champs that he was all the backpackers that he was doing shit with. He was just using them to get to a certain level. You know what I'm saying? So when you sit there and say you're using niggas to get to a certain level, you're not. Yeah, you may be more immense than this person, that person, whatever. But I don't feel he was immense in hip hop. Once he said that shit, to me, his hip hop card should have been taken away, man, and kicked to the side.
I think to a certain degree, he's
my personal opinion.
I think he's messing around. I think he's trolling to a certain degree. I think that, yes, he used it as an opportunity to further himself. But I do think that was always where his start was, because even the music he was making prior, where he was in Chicago producing for people and putting out music, was closer to that than maybe Rockefeller.
Yep.
But what I'm saying here is, okay, like, the cats that he was producing for, like, not talking about Rockefeller, I'm talking about Talib Kweli, the Most Defs, Common, and all. Yeah. I mean, he knew Common for a long. He knew Common way before, because I remember there was they had a freestyle battle on a radio show in Chicago. This is when Common was coming out. This is like 90, 96, 97 or some shit. And I happened to stumble upon that. This nigga Kanye West was nicer. He was nicer then than he was than anything I heard after he got signed. Just off that one freestyle, Kanye. I was like, who's this Kanye? Wait, that's Kanye West? Like, this nigga really was a dope lyricist back then. Like, I had to gotta tip my hat off to the Kanye. I'm talking about the Kanye back in the late 90s. Kanye, you know what I'm saying? When he was on the come up.
I just think he don't like Talib Kweli. I just think that he saw Talib Kweli as a stepping stool. I think he really fucked with Mos Def, and that's a pure and Common. He really fuck with those
No,
guys.
well, I
but
mean,
he didn't
Common,
really
like I
fuck
said,
with,
he has a long relationship with Common, so
but
I can see that. But
Most
everybody
Def, I think,
else,
yeah, Most Def, for example, he fuck with Most Def. Even to this day, he'll say he'll fuck with Most Def. He loves Most Def, but he always says shit about Talib Kweli. But the thing is, the thing about Talib Kweli and Kanye, they are similar in this way. They'll someone say something about them, and they won't fucking stop to go and going after them. They are very similar people.
Yeah.
You know, like, and I talk about in terms of like, look, and I fuck with Talib Kweli, but he needs to sometimes. I know he got off of social media lately, and he's no longer, because that's a great thing. I think he should.
you know how much
stay up with
heat
social
this
media.
nigga. Do you know how much heat this nigga Talib was getting? Like, I remember one time it was a hold on,
I wish
it was some art. There was an artist that, sorry, there was a group that was signed to his label or some shit. What was it? Arm something steady or some cats from Ohio. You know what I'm saying? You know, Strong Arm Steady. I think that's what they were called.
Strong Arm Steady
Yeah.
Crew.
Yeah, and it was some shit happened in California where he was popping a bunch of shit, and a lot of niggas in California was coming after him. Some wild shit like
you right now. I'm gonna
So
tell
who
you
was
right
popping
now.
shit?
All of
Talib
Project
Kweli.
Blowed, all of Project Blowed and The Good Life down in Lamert Park, from AC Alone to literally what? Abstract Brew, Micah 9, all the folks that are there. You bring up Talib Kweli's name. I don't know now, but like at least even a year back from the anniversary, they'll start a chant saying F Kweli, F Kweli.
wow.
Like
I don't know about all that.
literally.
Wow.
no,
I mean,
but I believe Act because like I heard a similar
I believe
story
that happened.
here.
I
You know what I'm saying?
I was
like
there
like
twice when
Nick,
it happened, and I didn't even
I mean,
know
I
that
heard
was going on.
I don't know about fuck.
I heard
Talib
niggas
Kweli,
wanted
that's what I'm
to.
trying to say.
I heard niggas wanted to pound his face in, like really beat his ass. That's what I heard. Like
sometimes people think it's a matter of principle, but the principle
No,
sometimes is lost, and that's the problem. I think what
like
happened with him. The
like
principle is
Talib,
lost.
he be on some more like no. But the thing is, I'm still a Black Star fan. Like you know what I'm saying? I'm still a Talib
forever,
Kweli
man.
Most Def.
Yeah, for sure.
Like I refuse to call him Yasin Bey. Sorry, you still Most Def to me. You know what I'm saying? And that's gonna be forever.
I remember seeing them perform together at the 930 Club. That was a moment, man. And they both did
motherfucking legendary, wasn't it?
They did solos and they did Black Stars songs together.
Nigga, I still bump the Black Star album, the first one. Like, you know what I'm saying? I still bump, you know, what is it? 1, 2, 3, Most Def and Talib Kweli. Yeah, no definition, every definition. I bump both them. I bumped the whole fucking album. Like, you know what I'm saying? Brown Skin Lady is still my favorite track on there, personally. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? I just
look. This is why it's important when you are listening. And this also going back to a bit of Drake, and then I still wanted to piggyback off of Eric too. Is you always have to be able to differentiate the person as the person and then the artist. Because there's so many things that you can love and enjoy about the artist, but you don't necessarily rock with the person, and that's okay because they've added to the art that which is hip-hop. And that's the same thing with Drake. I don't even know who Drake really is. Drake is an entity at this point. Drake is just, again, a character of some, you know, not a figment because it's there, it's true, but like, again, it has no bearing to like who are you as a person personally, between him and the whole thing with Kitchen and all that stuff. But to also piggyback or go back with Eric on the point of when we talking about it being taken or ran over, you know, eventually, or if not, and I'll liken it to this example, if we let it run itself like it's the NBA, where we have the owners or a lot of the label heads still becoming or being able to have a force within hip hop to still run it. It didn't get to a point. It doesn't matter if we have a lot of independent people, as well as a lot of our pioneers who are, unfortunately, a lot of them are passing away, and we're not being able to set up some type of infrastructure to keep that alive. Then yeah, we're going to still have a battle of that going on and happening. Of literally, it can be taken over.
I just think it's going to be
they're
much
working
harder
on an infrastructure for that. They are working on an infrastructure.
I know they did a union not too long ago. Ad
Yeah,
Control, the
the
union, they
founders
found the
union.
union, and
Yeah.
and they're doing a
Well,
lot of things. So I feel it's gonna be much harder. Can it possible? Yeah, because when you have money and resources, you can do whatever you want in the billions. You know what I mean? In terms of the money
yeah,
like that. But I think it's gonna be way harder than it was in with jazz and rock and roll because the landscape of the country has changed in terms of what people in terms of have power and money. You know what I mean? It has
Yeah.
changed, and that
but see,
affects
it.
the music as well.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna answer my own question. Like, I feel that they're gonna in the next 10 to 20 years they're gonna continue to attempt to whitewash hip hop, but the one
Oh,
thing that they can't do, you know what I'm saying, is get rid of what was. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
Mm,
like a lot of the old school rappers are passing away. They are transcending. You know what I'm saying? I'm not
yes.
gonna say a lot, but some are transcending. R.I.P. Biz Marquee. Say R.I.P. Dave of De La Soul. Rest in
Mm-hmm.
peace, definitely to I just listened to this brother's album, Fife Dog. I listened to his
Mm-hmm.
album Forever. I actually got I actually got sentimental listening to that. You know what I'm saying? Especially the last track on there. You know what I'm saying? The last two tracks. And I was like,
On
damn,
the
son,
Jay
like
Dilla? No, not the Jay Dilla track.
well, no, the final two tracks of the album, I'm saying,
Oh,
of the
okay.
Forever album, the Fight Dog Forever album. And I'm like, you know, um, these cats, what I'm saying, they contribute, they made a major contribution to the lifestyle that we live and the music we listen to, which is hip hop. You know what I'm
mhm.
saying? And you can never erase that.
Yeah.
Nope.
You can never tell your kids 10, 20 years ago that, oh, these cats, they're just rappers. No, motherfucker, they are part of the forefathers of of what we know, what we love is hip hop. You know what I'm saying? At
Mm.
least in the eyes of many. You feel me? And yeah, one day we're gonna be older. We're gonna be in our 50s, 60s, 70s, telling our kids, our grandkids, and even we're lucky great grandkids where the fuck we was in the 80s, 90s, early 2000s, 2010s, even now. You know what I'm saying? As far as like the evolution of this culture is. What's going on, Ad?
Then it's important that we keep that going. The oral tradition, making sure we have all the different trinkets and memorabilia of these different points in time. Because if
Word.
we decide to let other people run the narrative, it's going to happen just like it's going on with education. We was talking about literally them taking stuff out when it came to Texas, taking things out about slavery and other things that started that sort. So they're going to start trying to piece pieces of it away because
Yep.
again, when you any and again, you can guys can get quote me or you can end up saying if I'm saying it wrong or not. But when you are in some type of either civilization that you're trying to move and you're trying to conquer things, when you end up conquering or you overtake a culture in sorts, you start to strip away what makes that essence of the culture and redefine it in your own way. And
Mm.
that's usually why we have to be mindful if when we let stuff like this go on and happen, that we don't lose the essence of what hip hop was and don't let it come down literally another 50 years and be like, oh yeah, you know, hip hop actually was in the club, shaking it with a lot of people happening. So that's where it originated, was in the
Well,
club, like I'm just saying. I'm not saying it in that
well,
particular case, but just giving you just an idea.
well, I mean, this is another reason why we have these museums that are coming up now. You know,
Mm,
the hip hop museum in the Bronx, and also shout out to the National Museum of African American History and Culture. Same thing.
yeah.
They're preserving, those important pieces of hip hop history as well. I need to go through the entire museum, this one, because it's massive. But I've seen bits and pieces of it, and what I've seen of it thus far, I'm impressed. I'm impressed.
Mm,
And it's just a great museum overall. But I think as long as we have um some autonomy and some say the the narrative,
yeah.
I think that won't ever die. But we have to make sure we maintain, that autonomy and that control. I mean, look at it. He says, "Shout out to."
Shouts out to the Grouch has a song called "Never Die," and it's basically talking about stuff like that. That album, "Show You the World," it's one of my favorite albums from the Grouch.
Nice. Nice. And then, I mean, look at what's happening now with the Olympics. Yeah, y'all know what's happening with the.
No, I don't know.
Breakdancing is now an Olympic sport as of this upcoming Olympic Games.
Well,
Okay.
if you can have pole
That's what's up.
If you have pole dancing, then yes.
If Jabberwocky's gonna be performing or contributing,
Nah, like come on, man. Pole dancing. Stop. Stop it. Like you said, pole dancing, nigga. Like
actually, pole dancing is actually it could be an Olympic sport. Like that'll be the day. That will be the day I stop watching the Olympics. Why? Because I'm like this. I'm like this, and I'm gonna be real. I don't give a fuck how much skill it take to be a pole dancer. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, pole dancing is for strip clubs. I said it. I'm gonna be real. I'm going to be real toxic, masculinish with this shit. Pole dancing is for strip clubs.
Suburban housewives have been doing it now. What happened?
It doesn't.
And in the hold on. All right. I'll be fair. Strip clubs and in the comfort of your own home. You sitting there getting some hoes from wherever the fuck the strip clubs and shit to go pole dancing for America and the Olympic. Now get the fuck out of here, man. Like, yo, no.
What's wrong with it? If you put them in less revealing clothes and they're doing the same moves, it's gymnastics on a pole. That's
because you got to understand one thing: the Olympics. Kids are watching the fucking Olympics. Kids are watching. Your nieces and nephews are watching Olympics. Hold on, your future kids. If y'all decide to have kids, Eric, add like my son is damn near grown man now, so it don't really matter. But there are kids. You got to take into consideration. There are kids that are going to be watching Olympics, and they're going to see some hoes up on there pole dancing and shit, popping ass.
Again,
you know what I'm saying?
Why do they have to be hoes? Why do they have to be hoes?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. My mistake. I apologize. Sex workers. All right, entrepreneurial sex workers popping ass on a pole, sitting there turning around. You know what I'm saying?
They don't have to be popping. They could just do the moves on the pole.
Then, but you got to understand one thing, okay? Sports is like music; it inspires people. Like for instance, okay, cool. Usain Bolt. There's some kid in Jamaica right now watching Usain Bolt talking about, I want to be like him. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's some kid that's watching Brock Lesnar. You know what I'm saying? WWE or whatever. Even though he's not there anymore, whatever. But when he was there. I want to be the next Brock Lesnar. You know what I'm saying? Or, I don't know, who's Sha'Carri Richardson. You know what I'm saying? There's some kid, some little girl here in the hood talking some shit about, I want to be the next, even though she smoked weed like a motherfucker. But no, she's a great runner. Like, you can't take that from her. I want to be the next Sha'Carri Richardson. I want to be the next Angel Reese. I want to be the next, the girl from the Indiana Fever. What's her name? The one that went to Iowa.
Caitlin Clark.
I want to be the next Caitlin Clark. You know what I'm saying? You have to understand that kids are easily influenced. Like I don't want if I'm lucky enough to have another kid as a daughter, I don't want my daughter to be like, I want to be the next Shaquisa Jenkins, who's on the U.S. pole dancing team. Fuck out of here.
Wait. Don't you know that they have world pole dancing competitions and it's not like
where?
They do. They hold.
Show me a clip of this shit, please.
You can look it up yourself.
No, Jai. Hey, yo, Jai, word to my mother. If you got a clip of this world pole dancing shit, please show me.
They have a world pole dancing championship.
Next thing you know, they're gonna have a world ass popping championship.
No, but listen to me.
They do.
Stop it. Come on, man. Like, I'm not even trying to hear that.
No, you're not.
Everything under the sun.
You're right.
Everything under
it's
the
not
sun.
like, look, it's not like a setting where there are people throwing money in the air and telling the girl to shake it.
They
come
gotta
over here.
They gotta do it, Steph. They have to do it for the Olympics. They gotta start throwing out the medals. going like this to the medals. They hit him in the
Pole
head with the medal
sport
and shit.
organization. Really? Pole sport organization 2023 PSO Atlantic Pole Championships. So you telling me
level
y'all
5.
got-
There's more.
y'all got-
There's level 1, 2, 3. Is level 5.
Oh, so you got some sophisticated hoes pole dancing.
Oh my god.
Circus
just like-
Olay. Think of the circus. Think of the
I'm
circus.
telling you, it's gymnastics for poles. It's pretty much what it is.
No, but they like
Gymnasts
feel-
dress the same way.
I
They
feel like
dress the exact same way.
I feel like it's more like ice skating than gymnastics because it seems like they have like a
yeah.
whole kind of set they're doing. Like you know what I mean?
I'm sorry for calling these.
No,
I'm sorry for calling these women hoes. I apologize because I don't really know y'all in real life, but like
why can't you just do it because you enjoy the craft and the artistry of
what
pole
craft and what artistry?
This right here,
There's
this is the
strippers.
example.
There's strippers with the craft and artistry, and like you said, you throwing dollars up and shit. Like
Yeah,
you gotta
that's
understand.
that's a strip club setting. That doesn't have to be any other place. That could just
oh
be the
my
strip club.
god, man. Okay, Steph,
Right
this
now.
is one argument I'm not winning with you. It seems like nobody gets what the fuck I'm saying here.
Yeah.
Like this shit. If this shit makes national television, these pole dancing competitions, I'm telling you, is going to inspire. It's going to inspire in the wrong light.
No, it's
Because
Well,
guess
too
what?
late. Lyrics
No.
too late because we have
too late.
sexy Reg, Megan Thee Stallion, all these other different
Whole
folks
rappers.
that are but look, it's
But
because
again-
we've allowed the culture to do what we're doing in that sense. And then again, how Steph is explaining it too is again, that's why there's a such thing as there's a difference between class and in ghetto. Like all these different names and connotations of words and how we use it, that's how it's set up. But because of how we have the culture, again, we're fast food culture. We love things straight up, easy. Give me that in like 2 minutes, or less. Versus like letting it show itself and actually go through and be like, oh, that move that they did actually was a piece of art. I get you on it, lyrics. I understand Steph, but I'm just letting you know now what's more entertaining and how are people going to look at this from the majority. They're going to look at it that particular way, Steph, from the majority.
I think
Well, you know what? You got a point.
I think what your issue you're having is that there's too much of a connection in terms of the origins of it, and so you see in your light this is the way it is. It has, you know what I mean? Too much of a connection in my brain and in my history of me existing and being in those spaces and seeing those things. So it's hard to you to like separate it.
Symbolism is very hard to take
Eric,
away.
you're 100%. No, you're 100% correct. And the only reason why it's so hard for me to separate it because even as a kid, I've been around women who had to do this, who had no other choice. You know what I'm saying? While they were sitting there talking about fighting for, women's rights and all that other stuff, so women can have the right to do other stuff. I remember seeing girls like this going home crying because they felt that they were forced to do this to feed their families or to satisfy whatever pimp boyfriend they had. Or what, like you name it, nigga. I'm from the South Bronx. I'm literally I'm from across the Bruckner, from Hunts Point. And anybody that know Hunts Point back in the 80s and 90s, they know what the fuck was going on. So yeah, I'm gonna pop my shit about it. I'm gonna talk about it from that perspective. It's like, yo, it's just I can't stop what's going on. But please, the only thing I ask y'all to do is to respect it from another perspective. Oh, there's some nigga hoes there dancing too. All right, cool.
Oh my god!
And this makes it no better. This makes it no better.
Why
I don't know why you switched it to niggas, but it don't makes it no better. It makes it no
dancing.
better.
That's Namor, man. He's dancing. He's gonna go.
I don't give a fucking Submariners dancing. Like, yo, this man, what?
Oh man.
Anyway, yo, we about to jump into final thoughts, man. So, you know what I'm saying? Though, Steph, final thoughts, man. Like, let's get it.
That was a positive example of whitewashing. But anyway,
my God.
Everybody
All right,
there,
man.
yeah.
Fucking Steph, boy. Like, I can't with you, man.
It's Steph, y'all.
You know why it's
It
positive?
really is Steph,
you know why
y'all.
it's positive? Because Steph won the argument. That's why it's positive.
Yeah, Steph got it. Steph got it. Hey, Steph, whatever, man. You got it. Man, go ahead.
Yo, John, you stupid. You put the dude right next to him.
This nigga.
But we
all right. You can can this shit. Like, man, go ahead, man.
They're matching too.
I ain't matching shit. I ain't matching a fucking thing. Like,
dang, son, where did you find that?
They coordinated.
I ain't coordinating the motherfucker.
But them bars,
yo.
No, but
I got you in the bars, man. Like, go ahead, Steph. Final thoughts.
So we touched on a lot of things. I don't, no Diddy don't. But we touched on a lot of topics. We didn't even get into crossover music. Like,
no,
we could have talked a lot about that. I mean, we did get into race records.
Old Town Road?
No, not that. I'm talking about the crossover records of the 60s. I'm talking about the stuff the Drifters used to do, and who else? The Four Tops, and I mean,
Temptations.
Even Tina Turner. Tina Turner did a song with Phil Spector. So things like that. The Ronettes, we didn't get into all of that stuff. But I mean, I think what we covered was pretty interesting. I hope it was eye-opening for you guys. And I mean, there's so much more ground to cover because this whitewashing of music goes very deep. We want you all to open your eyes and recognize, that you as consumers and you all as listeners to music have the power to preserve, the history of the music that we have created, and you have the power to, help preserve, the pioneers that started, these different genres of music. And it's up to us to continue that tradition of honoring them and preserving where we come from and keeping it like in our minds, because we have a lot of, even in hip hop, like we have a lot of artists that don't pay enough homage to the people that came before them.
They don't. They really the fuck don't.
And when they do, sometimes it's not super obvious. You know what I mean? Like even with like that, that record with Future, Metro Boomin and Kendrick. Now, granted, Kendrick made mention of it. He mentioned 40 Water.
Yep.
And he mentioned them, but you didn't hear that from Metro Boomin. You didn't hear that from Future.
They don't give a fuck. That's why.
But
sorry,
but this is
be just making drums and beats, supposedly, from Drake. But
and I mean, he did in a sense, but it wasn't as obvious.
Future as well. All he talks about is basically people doing drugs, and that's a whole different conversation within itself.
That's the whole Dungeon fam. Yeah, he's the last remnants of the Dungeon family. So, but never mind.
Yeah, but that's and what a memory. But anyway, what a legacy. But I mean,
Steph.
This also goes back to my point with Kendrick. Kendrick is immersed in the culture. He grew up on E40 and 40 Water. Like he knows the culture. He listened to he's a student of hip hop. Like he's very much immersed in it. He knows his history. I don't think I can say the same thing about Drake. I don't know if he knows. I'm pretty sure he doesn't know the history of hip hop.
Well, I'll be honest with you. I know more about the history of Canadian hip hop than Drake does, because when he calls himself King of the Six, and this is something that I got a very, very big beef with Drake about. Shut the fuck up. You are not King of the Six. All right? Nah, I'm gonna get in your ass today.
Oh my god.
We're gonna get back to you, but I'm getting your ass today.
So I'm done.
You are not King of the fucking Six.
Yes, you are.
Go ahead, my fault.
Can we also say that the Six, even before it was Toronto, it was Portland, but That's another argument in itself.
I don't give a fuck.
No, but Portland, Oregon is the original 6.
Oh, my fault. Oh yeah.
That's
You even take the names of nicknames of towns too, man.
Yeah,
These Canadians.
mean,
I thought they were nice. I thought they were nice Canadians and not very nice.
Yeah, like let me tell you who King of the 6 really is.
Eric.
King of the motherfucking 6 is there are kings of the 6. There's Chaclair. There's Cornell Official. There's the Rascals.
Yeah.
There's Socrates. Jelly Black. Even though she was singing like hooks and shit, like she's more of an R&B singer, but she still ran in that same she still ran in that same circle.
There was Collision.
What's the guy's name? He came out in 1989. Cool something fresh or some. I forgot his name, but there are Canadian legends.
There's
you know
Snow.
What I'm saying? That are still.
Shout out to Snow.
And
legend.
Speaking of whitewashing, can't get whiter than that.
Avis, man. Final thoughts, man. I'm not even gonna say nothing after that, man. Yo, final thoughts, man. Fuck out of here with that shit. You said that dumb shit, man. Like, yo.
The Canadian Vanilla Ice.
Steph, how the fuck dare you? Yo, take this nigga off the Nah, man, don't bring this nigga next to me, man. Like, yo, no. Fuck out of here, man. Like, this nigga's corny, man.
Things I will say is, yes, hip hop is a beautiful thing. Rap is, I mean, just music in general, it's a wonderful thing. And to respect the culture and be immersed in the culture, I mean, it's important so that we don't lose it and preserve it. And being able to watch out for the folks who are, again, misusing those powers just so that they can make, again, a quick buck. The business side of stuff, when it's hard, when you mix business and pleasure or personal things, like you start to see the remnants and things to start falling apart. You're not supposed to. There has to be a separation of that, because then after that, you start to lose yourself. Eminem done said it multiple times. But and the other thing we didn't talk about too is talking about the demographic of the people who consume all this music, and knowing that the numbers of that too also plays an influence to how music is pushed. But that's for a whole nother different time, different story. But yeah.
Oh no, we gonna get to it.
Yeah,
we gonna get to that.
Yes.
Man,
but that's it.
Mother. Eric, final thoughts. Yo, Steph, yo, you silly with that shit. Don't ever mention his name on this show, man. Fuck you talk the Snow.
All right, who would you rather? Who would you rather then? Would you rather it be Snow, or would you rather it be Mr. Rock Solid? Don't.
None of them niggas. Mention none of them over here, man. Like, yo, like, especially Rock Solid.
You gotta pick one, dude.
Pick one.
You gotta pick one.
All right, Rock Solid, shit, man. Because like Snow, fuck out. At least Rock Solid is black. Like shit. Like yo, Snow, shit. Like yo, nah, son.
My goodness.
Ew, brother. Brother.
Naptown?
I want to thank you for the invitation to get acquainted, but I can't take it. I'm not taking, don't be mistaken. I think you're hot, but my hustle hates dating. In other words, I just leave you waiting. I'm so focused and concentrating.
Wait, is this right? This is right. This is Homeboy?
To be about anything else. It's not you, you can still be living up a boo, do what you do. Baby, please don't cop an attitude. At the end of the day, my life ain't about you. I'm focused.
Oh my God.
Why does it sound like Sierra? Like the freaking goodies when the no messing with the goodies.
Maybe she gave him a feature.
Fake Jazzy Faye beat.
Oh my goodness, you look like a bootleg Ice Tea. But yeah,
Fazzy face.
Yo, you stupid. Yo, Eric. Yo, final thoughts, man, please.
I mean, final thoughts, not much. Final thoughts. I think pretty much everything I would say in the final thought already is kind of said throughout the show. But yeah, I mean, it's a topic that's I don't think it has an end. In terms of because it's something that is will affect a culture. It's a culture, right? At this point, we can't deny it's the actual culture.
Yeah.
So, and we've seen through history how cultures have been attempted to be erased or at least been assimilated. So where like the origins of it doesn't seem like to reflect the origin of it. But I mean that's all I gotta say. Man, it's hot. Damn, it's hot.
I feel you. I feel you. So I'm also gonna keep my shit short, sweet, and simple. We were talking about whitewashing as far as American music is concerned. Most of the realistically speaking, you know what I'm saying? Like no diss, you know what I'm saying? But Black people, we created a lot of we really did create some of the music that y'all love today, man. And even though we're not on top of that, we're not on top of the rock and roll or the country or whatever. We still have hip hop. I don't give a fuck about no what. Anyway, we're still it was a good song she came out with, but I don't give a fuck.
She's on the top of the country charts. First Black woman ever to top the country charts. You gotta get him.
What about the other dude? What about the other dude that came with a country song recently?
Oh,
exactly, the other dude.
Shabuzi.
But I don't know his name. I'm talking about the song though. What's the song?
Yeah, everybody in the bargain tipsy.
Which basically is like a reinterpretation of the song. I feel
of Jaquan's Tipsy. Yeah. It's just
guys
a country song. Yep.
The fact of the matter is this, man. I agree. I don't care. We have to hold like Ad was saying. We have to hold on and preserve hip hop, but not just that. R&B soul music too. You know what I'm saying? You don't see as many white artists on R&B soul music, but there's some good white artists in R&B soul music. They just not here in America. But I listen to R&B soul in England, and there's some
shout out to Calling Me Bad.
I would disagree.
I was joking.
I would say what's his name? The one that did They Don't Know.
Oh, John B.
Yeah, John B.
Oh, John B. Shit.
John B. He's legendary though.
They used to love John B.
He's a legend.
The ladies used to love John B.
You know how many babies got created off that song? Shout out to John B.
How many ladies wanted to jump John B's bones? He was a I'm turning for real.
Deal.
But we do take it there on Random Thoughts. We take it there like that.
And Bobby Caldwell. Rest in peace.
Bobby Caldwell.
Yes, rest in peace to Bobby Caldwell. But
can't take that away from him.
But I'm talking about R&B soul now, though. You know what I'm saying? Now.
And Rick Roll.
Okay.
Never gonna give you up.
That man had a black voice. You can't deny him.
I don't know. Teddy Swim.
Okay.
Teddy. Michael McDonald. Yep.
Michael McDonald. You already know what I was about to say. Yep.
Speaking of which, Michael McDonald was on Layla Hathaway's album. Layla Hathaway. Because Layla Hathaway. What?
Michael McDonald.
What?
From the Common song, he was
not enough anymore.
Common sampled him, right?
No, but that was
Warren G and Nate Dogg. God rest his dead.
Oh,
you know that song? The song Regulate?
Yeah.
He sang or he reinterpreted his song.
Regulate. That Regulate song.
They sampled the song.
They sampled it and reinterpreted it.
They reinterpreted it, yeah.
They did?
Well, they sampled it. They sampled I keep forgetting you. Yeah, that joint.
Anyway, they didn't have the vocals in there, so they reinterpreted.
Yeah, they took a piece of the beat and then just redid it over. But anyway, get to the point. I'm talking about now in this day and age. But anyway,
and I say Teddy Swims. Teddy Swims.
Oh well, I gotta check out Teddy Swims because I don't know him.
And
so I'm gonna check him out.
And I gotta give it to Post Malone.
And Rod Stewart.
Get the fuck out of here, Post Malone. Stop playing with me, Steph. You be playing with people. Fuck you talking about Post Malone, man? Like
I heard that Rod Stewart was invited to Cookout. Is that true?
Rod Stewart. Oh yeah, Rod Stewart is dope.
They're talking about Eric.
But he's rock though, right?
Who, Rod Stewart?
Yeah, Rod Stewart's rock and roll.
He sings like soul stuff, sounding stuff sometimes.
Let me tell you.
Yeah,
let me tell you something.
I thought it was rock and roll.
Even Willie Nelson did a soul album with Booker
we're
T and the MGs. He did.
We're talking about cats back then. We talking about now, like who the kids would consider now. But anyway, yeah, you're right. You're right. But no, let's look at let's look,
wrap it up, B.
No, well, can I finish my final thought then? All right, cool. Okay, so guys, like let's just hold on to whatever black music we can hold on to, man, because in the next 10, 20 years, I do 35 days left for what?
You'll find out.
Nah, nigga, I don't like surprises.
To wrap it up, B.
What if y'all just let me and y'all wouldn't just interrupt me and shit? Anyway, so like I said, we just need to keep it close. You know what I'm saying? We need to just preserve it and just make sure it doesn't get whitewashed in the next 10 to 20 years. You know what I'm saying, man? Like you know what I mean? Because they can go back to the museums and just spruce shit up and make it look like it was never ours to begin with. But we got the memories. You can't bullshit us. You know what I'm saying? And I'll leave it at that. But tune in next week as we get into episode 6-12. What is that? We're going to be talking about the housing crisis. So what is causing the housing crisis? You know what I'm saying? We're definitely going to get into that. And because that is something we do need to talk about. Because there's a big housing crisis here in America, especially since the migrants are coming in. So that's going to be, it's going to be a very line crossing topic, so that's all we got for this particular episode. We're going to wrap it up. So for Adviz, aka the Black Acronym, Famous Ramus, aka the Vampire from Brooklyn, Stephanie Gale, aka your mother's favorite lover, Steph Wonderlist. This is the LYR to the ICS, the lyrics. Sign it off. Peace. Why do you keep doing freaky shit, Steph? You was thinking tongue out, gawk shit.
She listens too much.
But see, this is one of my favorite people anyway. So whatever.
You claim to be a player, but I fucked your wife. We bust on bad boys, niggas fuck for life. Plus puppy trying to see me, we hearts are ripped. Biggie Smalls and Junior Mafia, some hard-ass bitches. We keep on coming while we running for your juice. Steady gunning, keep on busting at them fools. You know the rules. Little Caesar, go ask your homie how I leave. Cut your young ass up, leave you in pieces. Now leave the seats. Lil' Kim, don't fuck around with real G's. Quick to snatch your ugly ass off the streets. So fuck peace, I'll let them niggas know it's on for life. Don't let the west side ride tonight. Bad boy murdered, old wax and killed. Fuck with me and get your taps filled. See, grab your blocks when you see Tupac. Call the cops when you see Tupac. Oh, who shot me but your folks didn't finish? Now you about to feel the wrath of a menace. Nigga, I hit him on a menace. Nigga, I hit him. Bad boy, murdered on wax and killed. Fuck with me and get your cap filled. You know, see, grab your blocks when you see Tupac. Call the cops when you see Tupac. feel the wrath of a menace, nigga. I hit 'em. First off, fuck your bitch in the good. West side when we ride, come equipped with gang. You claim to be a player, but I fucked your wife.